Hey everyone, welcome to my channel if you're new, or welcome back if you're not. So for today's video I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how I did this all drugstore simple Jack Sparrow makeup. So I'm starting with foundation and I'm mixing the Maybelline Matte Fit Me and the L'Oreal True Match just to get a colour and a consistency that I wanted, and I would advise to go a little bit warmer or a little bit darker than your skin tone just to give a little bit more of a tan, because obviously Jack Sparrow is a pirate and is out in the sun all day and has a good colour. And I'm just using that under the eye as well. I'm not bothering with a different concealer. And I'm setting that all in place with this Rimmel Match Perfection powder. And then I'm bronzing the skin using the Rimmel Natural Bronzer. And I'm just bronzing the face basically where you would catch the sun. So like not contouring, on the tops of the cheekbones, across the nose, any high points of the face where you would naturally catch the sun and get a colour. But next I am moving on to contour, and I'm actually using a pressed powder from e.l.f. in Cocoa, which I believe is discontinued, but I'm just sculpting out the cheekbone and the apple of the cheek to give that Johnny Depp kind of look that he has, and you can see the difference from one side to the other. So I'm just sculpting it around the apple of the cheek in the front and back under the cheekbone. And then I'm also sculpting out my nose because Johnny Depp has a longer, thinner nose. And then I'm also accentuating my nostrils because his nostrils are more prominent than mine. So it's just a little bit of detail work just to give my face a little bit more of a Johnny Depp, Jack Sparrow kind of look. Next I'm creating his scars. So I'm using a red lip liner. This one is just from Sephora, and I'm doing an X on my right cheekbone and then just dabbing that in with my finger. And then I'm brushing down my brows just to kind of try to get rid of some of the shapes so they look a little bit more masculine. And then putting in the scar through the brow and dabbing that in again. Then I'm using this black jumbo eye pencil from NYX and using that as the black eye pencil or eye kohl. So I'm applying a little bit to the lash line and blending it out with my finger, and then just layering up to get the pigmentation I want. And I'm also applying that into my waterlines as well and under the eye. This isn't supposed to look neat, it's supposed to look messy, so that's why I'm doing it with my finger, because I want to try and get that authentic messy look. Because his eye shadow or eye pencil is normally kind of smudged and worn looking, and this eye pencil or this jumbo crayon does give that kind of creasy look, which normally I wouldn't want, but in this instance it's perfect. So then it's on to the facial hair, and I'm using the NYX micro brow pencil in Espresso, I believe. And I'm just starting by mapping in the facial hair and kind of the general shape of his facial hair. I was just working off a couple of pictures. So I started with the mustache and brought it down around the sides where it falls, but I did start too high. So I removed some of that with a bit of my foundation brush, because it needed to come down over the lip as well, and I didn't want it to be too thick. So you can see I am extending the hairs over the lip there now. And then adding the little bit under the lower lip and onto the chin. Then I'm switching to the NYX Tame & Frame Pomade, another brow product. This is just going to be darker and more intense, and I'm going over those areas to give it more dimension and more texture, and that'll just make it look more realistic when you're using a number of products rather than just one pencil or one product. And I'm using that on a very fine angled brush. And then at this point I started extending it up onto the jawline. And then I took a little bit more of that Black Bean Jumbo eye pencil and went in with a little bit of that again, just to add in some darker hairs and to give it more dimension again. Then for the beard, I'll be doing a little trick and using two of my braids. Now obviously I have braids in, but you can always just take a piece of hair and plait it or braid it. And if you have long hair like me, you can take it from the far side of your head to get rid of some of that length. So I'm basically just taking two braids from the far side bringing them round and taping them at 2 points, at the back of the jaw and then at the chin where I want them to come down. And I'm using Scotch tape here, so to get rid of some of that whiteness, I'm just taking the NYX Black Bean crayon and going over that and blending it in to get rid of the whiteness, as I say, and just darken it up. And then I'm finishing it off with a cheap kids Jack Sparrow hat, just from a kids toy shop. But if you just wanted to keep it as a pirate look, you could just use a bandana. But this just finished off the costume for me. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.